The NFL on Fox presents the Minnesota Vikings, led by Brett Favre, taking on the Cleveland Browns. And immediately, a short kick trying to surprise Cleveland, but alertly able to grab a hold of it. Just the third start for the #1 pick out of Notre Dame 2 years ago. He's worked his way to the #2 receiver in their offense behind Edwards. And on first down, Quinn under pressure, lets it fly. Caught by Royal, the tight end, down to the 22. We talked about that rush defense, as stingy as it comes.
Premium against this great Minnesota defense.
37-yard field goal try. And it is good from Phil Dawson. Well, well, well. We have a thing or two to talk about today. 39-year-old Brett Favre from Kiln, Mississippi. Drafted in the second round in 1991 by Atlanta, and has started as of today 270 consecutive games in the NFL, which ties Jim Marshall, the former Viking, for the all-time record. Brett Favre's first throw as a Minnesota Viking. Lays it off to Chester Taylor, and what an impressive start for the Cleveland defense.
Well, right here, this is why Brett Favre came back. You can agree, not agree, thinks he should have retired, but you can't dispute the fact this guy loves the game. You can't get this anyplace else.
First down throw, Favre looking around, flushed out of the pocket, down he goes. Second down and 14. Peterson breaks it to the outside, cuts it back to the inside. Gonna hand it off, and that's Percy Harvin. His first carry in the NFL. The 3, and now it's Ryan Longwell from 21 yards away, and that ties the game at 3. 3rd and 6 with Furry in motion, and down goes Quinn into the arms of Kevin Williams. And now Zastudil punts from his own end zone. Reynaud returned to punt in the preseason for a touchdown against Dallas. Slips one tackle, breaks it back to the inside and all the way down to the Cleveland 24-yard. Take it to Harvin. And this is Adrian Peterson. Inside the 5, down to the 3. Tahi getting a rare carry there on 1st and goal. And he'll lead block for Peterson. Very close to the goal line, still no signal. Brett Favre's giving one. The officials confirm that. Jamal Lewis. And Quinn to throw again on first down. Has an eye on Braylon Edwards. And he caught it. Flag comes down. It's ruled a touchdown. Will this be against Cedric Griffin?
Right there you can see he's clearly out of bounds.
The receiver did catch the ball. However, he did not reestablish back in bounds with 2 feet prior to making the catch. Therefore, the play is incomplete. The pass interference will be spotted at the 6-yard line.
Here it is again. Quinn split wide left. Tribbs. What a tackle. What a play made there by big number 91, Ray Edwards.
2 or 33 on the goal line.
So now Phil Dawson for the point after, and it is good. It's almost beyond belief. Favre, pressure coming. Down he goes. Did you just throw me in front of the bus without me?
I did. No, both of us. I dragged you down with me. Let's put it that way.
Cribbs from the 33. And here he goes. To the 40. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, Cribbs. In the first quarter, he carried it 7 times for 24 yards. In the second quarter, 2 carries for 1 yard. And obviously some dehydration issues. And this is the rookie Percy Harvin. He bounces it to the outside, across the 40, back to the inside. Time Favre works out of the shotgun. And he hands it to Harvin. Tries to turn the corner. breaks one tackle and then runs right through Brandon McDonald. Favre to throw on 1st and 15, and he's looking for Rice. He makes the catch. No. Apparently could not get 2 feet in bounds. Play clock down to 5. Favre telling everybody to be ready. Look at the play design for Shenko, and he just does get tripped up in. Saw that signal from Favre to Rice, and interference. Peterson this time is into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Check in here. He said it could be a weak side run.
Just got it off. Play clock down to 1. And that's Jamal Lewis.
First time, full-time game, 70 snaps. It's going to take its toll.
Quinn, a poor decision there. You could see it from the time it left his hand. Down goes Favre again of the quarterback. Loss of 8, 2nd down and 18, and Favre fires to a wide open Percy Harvin, and he has a first down. 10th play of the drive. And this is Adrian Peterson into the open field.
Wow, look at that.
Breaks a tackle down to the 14-yard line. Four receiver set. Favre caught. Harvin extends. Touchdown. The first touchdown in the career of Percy Harvin. And he will never forget it, because it's thrown by the Hall of Famer Brett Favre, who's the first one to get down there and give him a big hug.
Puts a lot of pressure on his shoulders now, because this is where typically a turnover can happen.
Pocket collapsing around Quinn, and he somehow escapes the trouble. And as he goes to throw it, he fumbles the football. It looked like he covered it up, or did he? Minnesota saying it has the ball.
We're calling Minnesota's ball. We'll see if it is here in another 20 seconds, or if it changes possessions.
I think the Browns are conceding it will change hands, because many of their players on their way to the sideline. It is Minnesota football. Years of age.
It's going to your left.
And Favre was just the 17th guy to ever try to play quarterback beyond the age of 40. Peterson into the secondary.
Neither last year.
Favre lost his footing and then is sacked off. 37-yard field goal try for Ryan Longwell. Peterson 91 rushing yards here in the second half. And he'll add to that total. Breaking into the open field. And he shoves away one, shoves away another, and blasts his way into the end zone. A spectacular run by the most spectacular runner in the NFL, Adrian Peterson.
Wow, this guy is special. And the great Jim Brown we just talked about. When you see a guy like this crank off a 64-yard touchdown run that leads to the great Jim Brown. And taking nothing away from Adrian Peterson here. This is a phenomenal run. Speed, acceleration, now strength. Watch this. He's just going to push himself right by Eric Wright, right by, making his way into the end zone. But like we also said now, this is what's going to drive Eric Mangini, not Peterson, in that same class.
Down goes Quinn, and certainly for me was so unbelievably different than the man I spoke to. There's a catch made by Royal. Does he get in the end zone? Yes. For the first time since the fourth quarter of Week 10 last season in Buffalo, the Cleveland Browns offense has scored a touchdown. On this opening weekend of the 2009 NFL season, a winning debut for Brett Favre. So, for Brian Billick and Carissa Thompson, Tom Brenneman, so long. Let's go to Kurt Menefee in Los Angeles.